Hello everybody, what is up? This is Eddie and Eddie and welcome to a video which we're going to be ranking / rating. I know it's a lot of tier list videos recently, but I enjoyed these tier list videos and I've had some amazing comments talking about these that you guys love them, so yeah, thank you guys a lot. And we're going to be doing another one here. If any guys are new around here, please do make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let me know if any guys do want to see more tier list videos on the channel, as well as if you guys got any certain topics or you guys want me to talk about. But anyway, in this one we're going to be, well, it's obviously obvious because you wouldn't have clicked on the video otherwise, that we're going to be rating / ranking the record championship signings. Obviously, I think we did this a few years ago. Obviously, a lot has changed since then. You know, a couple of windows gone by. Obviously, teams promoted, teams relegated. Anyway, some of them is not necessarily accurate. You know, like they're not always right, so I do apologise if I got your record signing wrong. I just went on Google record signings, used Transfer Market, used other sites, went through a lot of articles, asked a few subscribers on their club's record signings. A few of them actually was like really joint in terms of price, because nobody knows the exact price of the player. But anyway, let's get right into it. Kicking off with Middlesbrough. British Sombalonga, he is joint with Alvarez, who I remember Sombalonga because I know a little bit more about him. Sombalonga, who actually wasn't that bad for Borough. I think a lot of people assume he was bad, but he wasn't actually that bad, despite spending a lot of money on him. I believe we're in about 18 mil, you know, 15, 18 mil-ish. Yeah, so a lot of money, you know, spending on a striker, but he did all right, to be fair, in terms of his goal-scoring record. Unfortunately, left them on a free did he go out to Turkey, I think, and then went back to Watford. But he is an all right striker, but he could have gone better, though. Like, I did want to win that worked out well, but you know, like, it could have gone better for him. It really could have, you know. He's a solid striker, though. He's not necessarily, they weren't mugged off for him, you know. He did score a ton of goals. Just a shame that Borough just weren't, I don't know, they should have been promoted, man. When you're splashing that money on a striker, should have been promoted. Okay, next one is Tozilos, who I'm going to put a little bit in the unfair category because obviously he's still a Norwich player at the moment, even though I believe Norwich are trying to look to get rid of him. So if they do get rid of him, I think I'll move it down to the mugged off category, but unfair at the moment. He still is a Norwich player, signing for 9 million, young as well, not necessarily a brilliant player, you know, like when he played for Norwich, but has shown at times had the ability. But yeah, I'll put him in the unfair category. Next one is Sulemana. Right, there was quite a few people knocking around the similar price, you know, for Southampton. I'm going to put Sulemana in the unfair category again because it is unfair to rank. Obviously, he still plays Southampton. He has also been linked to moves away in real life. They spent around about 25-ish million on him, I believe, is a reported fee. Might not necessarily be right. Might be a little bit under, might be a little bit over. Right, but usually Premier League teams, usually these prices are around about right. But yeah, I think it's a little bit unfair, you know, to rank Sulemana, but he is a fantastic player. He's definitely shown the ability he's had when he was at Renains and also at moments for Southampton in the Premier League, but it still is a little bit unfair to rank him. Okay, next player we're going to go is Ben Whiteman. Now, this was a difficult club, you know, to find out for. Like, this was so difficult to try and find out the right price. And I came with Ben Whiteman when I googled it. I'm not sure how true it is, but yeah, Ben Whiteman, so far it's worked out well. You know, obviously I think they brought him for about 2 million. Solid midfielder, along with, obviously he was pretty close to the fee of Brad Potts. But yeah, it's worked out well. Probably one of the best DMs in the championship. Really good DM. I think he'll be really good for Preston. Good free kick taker. Joined them from Doncaster Rovers. It's worked out well for him. Okay, next one is Mumba. Honestly, it's a little bit, it's another one I've got to put in the unfair category, but then again, honestly, I want to put in the couldn't go because the fee that they paid for him, I've got to put him in the unfair categories. It still is unfair to judge him at the moment, because obviously he still is really a recent new signing, but in terms of his ability and how he did last season on loan at Plymouth, it really couldn't have gone better for him. So, at the moment, no, I'm going to put him in the unfair category because it still is unfair to judge him. And sometimes, you know, we've seen it before in the past where loan players, you know, sign on permanently and never live up to expectations or never live up to how good they were when they originally was on loan. But yeah, I'm going to put him in the unfair category, but he is a fantastic player. Okay, next one is Rotheram. Honestly, another player that, honestly, I'm tending to put the unfair category, but at the moment, honestly, I do think they got mugged off for him as things stand, but there's still plenty of time left, so I'm going to put him in the unfair category again. Another one in the unfair category. Right, another one in the unfair category, because he is a really good player, you know, Rooter, he's a good striker, suffered a massive injury when he first joined Leeds, 30 million. At the moment, as things stand, they got mugged off, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's still a Leeds player, still young, and he's coming back from his injury, so let's see what he can do. Right, next one is Jordan Rhodes. Oh, where do we put Jordan Rhodes, eh? Oh, I'm tempted to put him in the mugged off category because they spent a lot on him, Sheffield Wednesday. I believe around about 8 million. And he did score. He has scored a couple of goals. Obviously, you know, nowhere near as good as he was at his Blackburn days. You know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt again because I feel like some of the times when he played for Sheffield Wednesday, I felt like Sheffield Wednesday were in that bit of a turmoil mess with ownerships and stuff like that. So, I'm going to put him in the could have gone better category. Okay, next one is Gary Medell. Played for Cardiff. Yeah, he played in the Premier League era for Cardiff. He's their record signing, I believe, around about 9 million, I think. However, okay, let me just address this. There is a player which Cardiff spent 17 million on, which unfortunately is Emiliano Sala. Obviously, that Argentine striker with a very unfortunate instance. So I didn't want to put him in it because I felt like it's completely unfair. But when you Google it, it's classed as the record signing, and yeah, it is such a tragic incident that happened in football. I actually remember when it happened. It was, I think everyone shed a tear when that happened because it's just one of the worst things that you can't even imagine that happening. Right, but yeah, so I went with Gary Medell instead because it's you can't put Salah in this. Right, but anyway, Gary Medell, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna sit here and say I have no clue how he did for Cardiff. I did speak to a Cardiff fan on the channel. So he spoke to two actually who quite liked him. So I'm actually going to put him in who they thought he was all right, but then again he said he could have better because in the price. So I'm going to put him there. Next one is Congolo, mugged off. I don't even care, man. 20 million they paid for him. 20 million for Terence Congolo, mugged off. Mugged off. Like, I don't understand how on earth you can't even debate this. You know, like, they got mugged off. 20 million they spent on him. 20 million. 20 million on a player which was released on a free. Barely played a game for them. Well, he did play some games, but he wasn't that good. He did all right at Monaco. You know, joining from Monaco, the Dutch defender. I don't even know where he's at now, Congolo, because he's a good footballer. But then again, North Huddersfield Huddersfield needed a lot more than just Terence Congolo. You know, in the season they got relegated. But yeah, they got absolutely mugged off for that price. And honestly, it's hurting them to this day. Really, that. You see they're not really spending much money at the moment, Huddersfield, and you do wonder it's because of that deal. Anyway, next player we're going to go with is Zane Fleming, who has really worked out well. He's really worked out well at Millwall. He's been their top goal scorer. I'm not sure on the fee. I believe he's on about 7 mil. Zane Fleming, he's been linked with moves away to clubs like Burnley and the Bournemouth for interest in him, as well as Sheffield United. But yeah, he's a fantastic forward. Can play cam, striker. You know, I think he can also play out wide, but mainly, you know, in that forward role, cam, striker. But yeah, he's a fantastic forward and great deal there from Millwall. Next one is Freddie Ladapo. Honestly, it could have gone better for Freddie Ladapo. It really could have. He didn't do great at Rotheram, you know. I don't know, he did, but he didn't, like, in the Championship, he was okay, he scored a couple of goals, and same with in League One. Joined them, I believe, from Plymouth, and then went to Ipswich, I believe, which he's currently at Ipswich, I want to say. But yeah, he's an alright forward, you know, quick, strong, got a good finish on him, not bad. Mbula, honestly, so talented. Talented footballer. 25 million. The reported fee. I really don't know where to put this guy because his ability is class. He's got some absolutely fantastic ability. You know, his ability is absolutely phenomenal. You know, that he's got, like, both feet, you know, French, talented. I think he still plays. Is he in Turkey or Portugal? Somewhere like that. I don't want to put in the mugged off category. In all fairness, he did play for not a great Stoke team. I want to put him in the... I'm going to put him in this category. I'm going to put him in this category because he's talented. We all know that. But it really could have gone better. Andre Ayew, another player that could have gone better. Obviously, Swansea's record signing. I probably put him just ahead of Asombalonga. Was brilliant in the Championship for them. Premier League era, not great. I think joining them from West Ham. Actually, no. Did he go from... No. Yeah, okay, no. Yeah, he joined from West Ham, then to Swansea, and then he went out on loan. I can't remember. I think he went out on loan to a decent club, and obviously came back from his loan and playing the Championship. Because he's a talent. He's such a good footballer, Andre Ayew. But yeah, Solomon Rondon. Oh. These are actually really tough to rank, my man. These are actually really tough to rank. These are really tough to rank. Solomon Rondon scored a good amount of goals for West Brom. In his final couple of years at the Hawthorns wasn't great, but first year or two was really good. So then again, he's another player I think I'm going to put in the could have gone better category. Because he is a good forward, but you know, he was their main goal scoring forward as well. I think round about they paid him about 20 million for him. Yeah. Next one we're going to go is this Ipswich guy. Unfair. I don't know a single thing about this guy. Apart from he is the player which got relegated the most from Premier League teams. Yuri Tillemans. Honestly, it couldn't have gone better. It couldn't have gone better with Yuri. The only thing I think it could have gone better with is if they sold him on for a profit. That's it. You know, because they didn't. They obviously gave him away on a free in the end, but was incredible. You know, the ability he had. Scored loads of goals for Everton, some absolute crackers. Scored the FA Cup winning goal, you know, as well. I remember watching that game. Fantastic player, Yuri Tillemans. Honestly, it couldn't have gone better. What a signing. Next one is Andy Cole from Manchester United. Around about 13 million. Yeah, it worked out well for him. You know, obviously, he scored loads of goals, you know. Obviously, he won a trophy as well. I believe he won the... Was it the Carrier Cup? You know, I believe he won with Blackburn Rovers. Fantastic striker. Got the ability. And he's one of the best Premier strikers of all time, really, Andy Cole. You know, played Manchester United as well. Great player. Callas. Honestly... I'm going to put him in the... Okay, I would put him in the mugged up. I'm going to put him in the unfair category. I think the main reason why is because he suffered a massive injury. On loan, he was incredible for Bristol City. Joined him on a permanent for about 8 million. Hasn't done great at all. However, he did suffer, I believe, a massive ACL injury, and he hasn't been the same since. So, I'm going to try and give a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Next one is Ryan Mason with Hull. He's a good midfielder, you know, Ryan Mason. But I am gonna put him in the could have gone better category. He obviously, you know, had a massive career-ending injury, unfortunately, which, you know, is really sad, and is now working with Spurs at a very young age. I believe he is the youngest manager to ever manage, you know, in Premier League with Spurs. But yeah, he's a good player, really talented. Just a massive shame what happened to him. Next one is Samba. Oh, Samba. Samba. Where do we put you, eh? Where do we put you? Played under that relegated QPR team. Record sign. The way I look at it, 20 million. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? No. 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 I think he really got mugged off right there. He is a good defender, Samba. I do want to put him in the unfair category just because of what happened with him, you know, in terms of that QPR season where they got relegated, because I can't 100% blame him for that, obviously. You know, I don't think you can blame a player on that. And to be honest with you, I don't really know a lot about him in terms of how he did for QPR, because obviously I'm not a QPR fan, like 2013. In my opinion, paying 22 million for a centre-back, you know, and you get relegated, is a bit of a mugged off for me. So I am going to put in the mugged off category. Endong, mugged off. This man has the worst attitude in football, along with Jack Rodwell. And they paid around about 25 million, I believe, for him, 22 million. Oh my days. What? Honestly, I think Sunderland fans will agree with me that he does have ability. You know, don't get me wrong, but the money he was on, refusing to play, you know, was a joke, really. Let me know, Sunderland fans, if you're watching this in the comments. Ismail Lassar, yeah, it was good. You know, I would say it's worked out well for him at Watford. You know, when he joined, scored loads of goals, done well in the Championship, almost got the team into the playoffs, but unfortunately a little bit far at the same time. Obviously, he's now gone to Marseille. They've sold him for a decent amount of money as well. They haven't lost too much on him, so yeah, I think it's worked out well. Next one is Ivan Sonic. Unfair at the moment. It is unfair. And I'm going to shove right in this one as well. Unfair to judge Ivan Sonic, you know, because obviously he still plays for Birmingham. As things stand, I do think we got mugged off for Ivan Sonic. But he still is playing, and he has got ability to be able to play, you know. He's a working hard workhorse, got decent pace on him, physicality, loves a challenge, okay long passing, short passing needs to be worked on. But yeah. And obviously, Wright scored his first Cov goal. Good striker. And yeah, you know, I think he'll do really well for Coventry. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on these in the comments. But everyone, have a great rest of your day. Love you all. And hopefully, catch you all soon. Have a great day, everybody.